nuclear proliferation for weapons is also very closely tied to the spread of what's so-called peaceful nuclear energy. And this is a position when Canada used to have an ambassador for nuclear disarmament within the government of Canada. It was a wonderful former progressive conservative MP named Doug Roach. I don't know how many of you know of Douglas Roach. Anybody who's followed nuclear disarmament issues will know him. And he's made this point very strongly, that any push for more nuclear energy plants inevitably leads to greater risk of nuclear proliferation for weapons, and of course the risks of terrorist acquisition of nuclear materials. So I favor, and the Green Party favors, the phase out and shutdown of nuclear energy globally. In terms of Fukushima, what have I done? I did put out, I'm the only MP, I think, that's put out any press releases at all. Not that press releases really help, goodness knows, but because they don't get any coverage once we put them out. But I did call for, at the time Fukushima was happening, for public monitoring, for public information in Canada. Canadians were getting much less information than US citizens. And when it became apparent that the groundwater leakage from Fukushima was still reaching the Pacific at alarming levels, I wrote to John Baird, Minister of Foreign Affairs, to Gail Shea, Minister of Fisheries, to Rona Ambrose, Minister for Health, and to Jerry Ritz, Minister for Agriculture, to ask for monitoring of foodstuffs, particularly seafood products that could have been swimming through the waters in Japan, to ensure that if there was any radiation monitoring and information provided to Canadians. They're all of the things that I haven't yet. I double-checked because Fukushima has been coming up at other town halls. So I double-checked with my office in Ottawa. I haven't had any response from any of the ministers to whom I wrote back in August about what we were seeing happening with Fukushima. But the letters and the efforts are on the website. I'm grateful that it gets raised in the town halls, because then when I go back to Parliament, I can say, look, people in my community want to know, what is this government doing? I will tell you that in terms of my background and knowledge on radiation, I don't think that we need to panic about our food now. I was very concerned. At the time Fukushima was happening, there were a lot of